For everybody who doesn't know me, make sure you're in the right place. This is the Salon Success for Nail Techs webinar. So hopefully you're a nail tech. Otherwise, this is going to be kind of boring for you. Let's go back to, let's see, there we go. Let's see. Oh my gosh, this thing is so confusing. Okay. So let's turn. There we go. Hi. Okay. So I am really here to give you guys who don't know me, who may be watching, a brief introduction about me. My name is Michelle Cordes Pugh. I am a 20-year veteran nail tech. I have owned a salon. I have been a booth renter. I have been an employee in a large salon and spa chain. I've been a manufacturer's educator. I have a marketing degree from the University of Washington, and although you wouldn't be able to tell now, at the moment, I have a minor in applied computing. I'm actually not using a Disney cup today. I'm using a cup my daughter gave me, a beach cup. So let's see. Let me go back to this chat window here and see if this can. Okay, no, we'll go back to Q&A. We'll just stay there. We'll just stay in Q&A. How about that? All right. What I am committed to is bringing to nail techs what they would have if we were mentoring, if you were being able to be mentored. So, Kate and Victoria and, all of you guys, if you were here and I could mentor you, what kind of things would you learn in a workshop? What could we do? And trying to find a way to bring that to a digital platform. Much easier. So this is called the Salon Success Webinar. Yay, 19-year veterans, love that. Okay, so I'm not sure. Okay, so here's one of the things I want to talk about is defining success. So success is somewhat subjective because what's successful to one person isn't successful to the other. So the reason why I've called this Salon Success is because I want to help you get whatever it is that you want out of this beautiful career that we have chosen. Whether you do it part-time, full-time, from home, whether you have goals to compete, whatever your goals might be, to be able to make the most money that you can during that time with what you want to be doing. And the 5 steps of salon success that I'm going to talk about today, they can be used by anyone, whether you're an employee or a booth renter or a salon owner or whatever. So I'm going to go back to the slideshow screens. So I just wanted to pop in here so you guys can see that I am a real person here doing real things. Okay, so you guys should be able to all see this now. let's get this going. Let's go with this way. Now, so this is where we are, Salon Success for Nail Techs. So Salon Success step 1, which is do good nails. Now, note I did not say perfect nails, super artsy nails, good enhancements, or anything else. It's not about what you do, but how you do it. And this seems obvious, but it isn't always so. And we all know it. If you are a licensed nail professional, it doesn't matter if you've been in the industry for 5 minutes or 50 years. It seems obvious, but how many times do we see subpar work? A lot. So it seems like it would be obvious, but the first thing you have to know is you got to be doing good nails. Focus on the important aspects first. And so you say what's important, right? Safety is first and foremost. So like a doctor, first, do no harm. So no damage. Now, not even really damage, because who knows what damage is? Like, what does that even mean? So the real thing is, that's why I say do no harm, because there's a difference between damage, which we can argue that even buffing the nail with a gray foam buffer is damage, but don't do any harm. I think we can all agree what harm is. Safety and sanitation sort of go hand in hand, but sanitation, which we would think is also obvious, clean, sanitary, it's not hard. The thing I like to think about is, if you think about your salon in terms of like a hotel room, and so think about it. If you went into a hotel room and you were supposed to use the towels that the guests before you used, if you were supposed to bathe in somebody else's bathwater, ew, no. So you wouldn't even want to go into that hotel room and take a bath in a bathtub that you knew hadn't been cleaned. Never mind if it hadn't been cleaned for like a week, a month. So why would anybody ever want to do that for a nail client? That's pretty gross. A nail technology before nail artistry. So let me talk a little bit about what that means. So the structure, the shape, how to service without pain to the client, how everything you use works. You have to be the expert of nails in your salon. And that is the technology part of what we do. So, nail technology and nail artistry. So nail technology, you need to know the real parts of the nail. Kay's feet here. You need to know the real parts of the nail, and hands and lower arms and feet. And yeah, you get my point. So the reason why I have little Miss McKay's feet here is because we're all about understanding how important it is to take care of babies, right? And if you are doing something on someone that you wouldn't do on little Miss McKay's toes because she's a child and she's a baby and she can't speak up and everything, then you shouldn't be doing it on anybody else. Like, you need to understand all of the real parts of the nail. The anatomy and physiology comes before everything else that we do. You need to know really what things are, how they work, and what part they play in the body as a system. The next thing is you need to keep up on current information, not just trends. So science changes. It's part of our job to know when it does. And it may not change anything you do, but you need to know it. That's the technology part of what we do. And know it all. Now stay with me here, but pick your specialty. So You need to know and understand all of it, but you are going to pick the things that are your specialty. So that's where the artistry part of what we do comes in. So now we get to talk about nail artistry. Okay, well, this isn't working because the lovely Kate just sent me a message saying that you guys aren't getting to see my slideshow, which I worked so hard on. It's kind of a bummer, but I'm glad you guys can hear me. So, okay, well, let's see if I can. Could you guys see me when I had my camera on? Because maybe that's what I'm doing that's wrong. Kate, you're my go-to tech girl here. Okay. Yeah, Victoria, darn it. Kate just sent me a thing that said, let's try. Can you see me again now? Oh, Kate's messaging me back. Okay, I see you when you switch the camera, but when you flip back to the slides, it's just the opening page. Oh, thank you guys for being patient with me on this little thing. Let's try. Okay, well, you guys might just get to see my whole screen. So let's try this. It's okay. I'm doing a great job describing everything. Thanks. Okay. Can you see it now, Kate? Or do you still see my lovely mug? Oh my goodness. Technology stuff. I promise I'll get this better. Yay. Okay. Well, then let's really briefly, quickly breeze through this stuff again now that you can see the slide. So doing good nails, not perfect nails, not super artsy nails, good enhancements, anything else. And it seems obvious, but it isn't always so. We all know it if you're a real nail tech. And focus on the important aspects first. So safety and sanitation that we already went through, and nail technology before nail artistry. See slides moving. Yay. Thank you, Kate. So nail technology. Now you guys can see little McKay's feet. So these are little McKay's feet. And you know, it's really important to know the real parts of the nail: hands, lower arms, feet. We get a little complacent because of we're working on adults. But thinking about the fact that it would be just as important to know all these things for the babies, for the kids. So yes, these are my client Tana's daughter, McKay. So these are McKay's little feet when she was a baby. She's like 2 now. Keep up on current information. That's really important. And, you know it all. So again, like I said, stay with me here. Because yes, of course, it is not possible to everybody know everything about everything. So, oops. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now we can talk about nail artistry, because we were talking about nail technology before. So nail artistry, what we do is half tech and the other half is art. So you can't be successful without both, Beautiful nails need to last long enough to make the salon experience worth it. And nails aren't beautiful if they're destroyed, but the artistry is what makes each of us unique. So when we're talking about artistry, it's not necessarily just nail art. So artistry is so much more. It's knowing a beautiful shape for the client's hand. It's knowing what colors look best on what skin tones. It's how to get a toenail filed just right so it looks perfectly flattering to the toe and to the nail. And so, you know, like we're looking at, these are Amanda's nails, and those are her natural nails with a shellac gel manicure, you know, and it has some hand painted art on it and everything. But at the beginning of the day, I mean, look at those beautiful natural nails and the shape and the balance and everything. That is artistry even before the painting goes on there. And I know you're saying it, but Michelle, what about nail art? Yes, nail art is part of nail artistry, but it's not even the most important part for salon success. So you get to choose if you're even going to do nail art and what you're going to do, which brings us on to the next thing of salon success step 2, which is choose your specialties. You can't be exceptional at everything. We just aren't. When you first get out of nail school, we want to do it all. We learned about a bunch of stuff. We went through our training and we learned about a bunch of stuff. So we want to grab every client we can, but that's not a good idea for a few reasons. We aren't awesome at everything. We just aren't. So don't send, a client out with something that you do only sort of okay. You are setting yourself up for years of frustration doing services you hate, and it causes burnout. So when we see people who are, trying to do it all and they've got 3, 4, 5 years in and they just can't stand it, it's because they're doing a bunch of stuff they don't like. So that burns you out, and you will make some unhappy clients. And those clients may never give you another chance. So here's a number for you. It takes 10 positive clients who are having positive experiences to talk about it. Like only one will speak out. But one negative client tells at least 10 people. So choose your specialty. Now you need to discover what you're good at. So are you good at manicures, acrylic, gel, nail art, pedicures? Like what of those things, or of all the things we do, what are you good at? You already have an idea, but goof around with some other products and see. Maybe you think you don't like gel, but maybe you just don't like your gel product. So you play with some other gel products and you go, oh my gosh, I love gel. They're like my favorite. So, discover what you're good at and then decide what you love and become an expert at it. So say you love doing jelly bean shaped nails, then you be the best jelly bean nail girl in your area, nail guy in your area. Say you're fascinated by foot problems and you love helping people who have sore feet not be in pain anymore. Then you love that. That's one of your that's potentially one of your specialties. Men's services. Think about, barbers. There's a lot of people who are full cosmetologists, but they work as a barber because they work in a men's barbershop even because they just love barbering men's hair. That's what they do. And that is their specialty. So you have to go through those things. They require some soul searching. And salon success step 3 is rock your specialties. So on quality first. Tell your clients how long you are booking them for. Have new clients text you a picture of their nails so you can book accurately. People don't care about 2 hours for a full set or an hour for a manicure if they know they'll get what they want and they can plan to spend that time there. And if you're booking a new pedicure client for the first time, do yourself a favor and ask them when their last pedicure was. If you don't already know. If they're your client, obviously you don't need to know. But if they're a new client, ask them when their last pedicure was. That way you can make sure that you have enough time planned for them. So then practice, which increases speed. The more you do, the faster you'll get without compromising quality. It will just happen. The more often you do it, the faster you get. And then once you get to a point that you are as fast as you feel like you can be, then you work with somebody like me and we help find where you can now increase your speed to where you want it to be. Now, have a process for everything. Write it out, even like you're training your clone. Follow your steps from the client walking in the door to when they walk out the door, and do it every time until it's habit. We waste entirely too much time looking for stuff, running back and forth, trying to get a client out the door. You just need to have a process for everything. And we cover that in the 7 P's of service marketing in the University of Nails. And then the other thing about rocking your specialty is you need to constantly be reevaluating. If something isn't working, fix it as soon as possible. So if your credit card reader sucks, get a hold of Square and get a new one, or do whatever it is you need to do to get a new one. Too long to get a pedicure client out the door, fix it. Whatever it is that you need to do to fix it, whether it's you need to change product brands or just need to change your process or something. So you have to constantly be reevaluating that. As technology changes, as things change, you have to be constantly reevaluating your process. When my clients constantly asked me if I did online booking, and I had been resistant to it for a long time, but I had a lot of demand, I had to find a program that worked and use one that worked for me. So when you evaluate constantly and you find something that needs to be fixed and you fix it, your clients will appreciate it and you'll make more money and you will save money on the aspirin that from all the headaches that you've had from the things that didn't work right. So Salon Success Step 4, become a customer service expert. So this is where a lot of people, they even get the first 3 steps right, but then this is where they fall down. So the customer isn't always right. But as Chip Bell says in the book, Take Their Breath Away, which is a customer service book, the customer isn't always right, but the customer is always the customer. So the customer isn't always right, but there's no profit in telling them that they're wrong. You're the professional, you're the expert, help guide them to what's right. If you honestly want to have your guest have the exact service that they want, if you honestly want that, then asking questions to find out what that is just becomes a matter of learning another routine and learning another habit. And then you get to interpret, So also becoming a customer service expert, make it right. And what that means is if you mess up, make it right. If you're first starting out or if you're not fully booked, you should be guaranteeing all your work for the first 2 weeks against anything. Whether it's their fault or yours, it doesn't matter. You should be having the guests jump off the rooftops talking about how your customer service is so great. The 15 minutes it takes to repair an enhancement or put an enhancement on a natural nail client who has an important event and they just broke one of their natural nails, the 15 minutes it takes to do that for free is going to get you a client for the long term. So when you think about how much advertising costs and how much it costs to get somebody in your chair, the 15 minutes to make whatever it is right is a small expense. And so, yeah, if you mess up, make it right. If you mess up somebody's appointment time, then comp them a 10% discount when they have to come in the next time. If you have to move somebody's appointment because of a personal matter, if that happened to you as a customer, you would want the service provider to make it right. So give them the shellac part of their pedicure for free. Upgrade them to shellac for free. It doesn't take a whole lot of extra time and product, but it can mean a world of difference to them if that's what they want. So, and the easiest way to make it right is to just ask them. Say, I feel really bad about what happened. What can I do to make it right for you? It's really easy. And those are some cliches we'll talk about that I use all the time in the actual Salon Success Webinar Series. So, bend the rules. Have rules, but know when to bend them. And here's a hint. Standing clients are your bread and butter. They get the world. So people who come in every 2 weeks, they get the world. They get repairs for free. They get priority time for appointments. They're the people that you come in on your day off for when they can't come in for their regular standing appointment because they're going on vacation. Your every week, 2 week clients, those clients, they get the world. So know when to bend the rules for the purpose of customer service. And create Raving Fans. Now, Raving Fans is a customer service book, and it's an oldie but a goodie, especially for what we do in our industry. So a customer forgives you when you mess up. A raving fan helps you fix it. And a customer tells a friend, and a raving fan demands everybody they know at least talk to you to find out if they should go to you. They demand their friends and family see you. That's a raving fan. So the thing about raving fans is it says, decide your vision for your business, determine the customer's vision for your business, and then deliver the vision plus 1%. And so that means that do not include anything as a part of what you do that you can't deliver every time. If you offer free coffee in your salon, there better be free coffee available in your salon every single visit. And maybe sometimes you'll even have specialty creamer. That's the deliver the vision plus 1%. Each little part. And that's the real thing about becoming a customer service expert is every single visit, every visit. I don't care. We become friends with our clients, and that's fine. But they really, it's important to understand what that boundary is. We don't talk about things that fire people up. We don't talk about religion. We don't talk about politics, which is always really hard in a political year. And we have to every single visit. If you woke up in the morning and you fell down the stairs and you bruised your knee and your dog ran away and you got into a huge fight with your kids because they couldn't go find the dog and you just had this horrible morning, you walk into your salon and you get ready for your day and you put on your customer service face, which then when your client walks in and they see and you greet them and you're happy to see them, make your salon your happy place for you and for them. So then when they see you hobble over to your table and they go, oh my gosh, you're hobbling. What's going on with you? You go, oh, I had a morning, fell down the stairs, whatever. I don't even want to talk about it. So what's going on with you? And start the rest of your thing. You don't go on and on and on about your crappy morning because that's not your part to download onto them. It's their job to download their stuff onto you and you to give them an excellent customer service experience. So step 5 is respect your profession. Professional. You're a pro. Act like it. Dress the part, whatever that might be. My salon is going to be a beach cottage theme. So, because I'm kind of a casual person, but I'm still going to be professional in my behavior. Know when it's okay to swear and when it's not. Know who it's okay to speak slang around and who it's not. Be a professional. And part of being a professional is understanding your customer service experience contribution for the person that's across the table from you. Be a professional, show up, do your best, follow the rules if you're in a salon, follow the rules of our profession, your local, state, everything rules. Just be a professional. You'll have a lot of people say, oh, do you just do nails? I look at them and say, yes, I'm a nail specialist because I'm a professional. I have a professional license. You go to the same building to get your real estate license, your nursing license in my state. All of those things all come out of the same place. It's a professional license. You've chosen this as your career. Be a professional. And, be your local expert in your specialty or specialties. So be the go-to for whatever your specialty is in your area. So my specialty is, as we saw a couple screens back, is, or maybe it was the last screen. I don't know. Let's go back and look. Those nails, that's my specialty. I am a square oval, pink and white, or in this case, mint green and white, artificial nails. I really like to do just a little bit of flair of nail art, which in this case was just the daisies. And that's my specialty. That and pedicures. Those are my specialties. Now, I do some other things, but I let everybody know that they're not my specialty. But so if people want to know somebody who can do an amazing pedicure with somebody who's really uncomfortable with their feet, they send them to me. And if there is somebody who is looking for sculpted pink and white acrylic nails with a little bit of art or maybe a little bit of something, or maybe just pink and white, that I'm their girl. And that's the way you want it to be. And again, it should go without saying, but get continuing education. Even if it's not required in your area, even if it's not required in your state, this is the beauty industry. And if you think you know it all, then it's probably time for you to get out. Seriously. Get continuing education. Aim for at least once per year. Got to nail nerd out at least once a year, learn some business stuff, try a new skill, go to a trade show. Just make sure that you are continuing on with what you're doing. So the Salon Success Webinar Series in 2016 is something that we have going on now. And it is going to be available on July and August 2016. So we all complained that we didn't learn enough in school. Felt like we needed more to be work ready. We feel like we waste the first year or two of our time out in the field just learning things that we feel like we should have learned in school. Things that you would learn with a mentor. If there was a mentor close by you, hands-on, and daily salon life kind of things. If you could just teleport a mentor to be in your salon with you, how valuable that would be. The Salon Success Webinar Series is going to be customized to each group. So each group is going to have their own special thing, their own program. And so from one program to another, depending on who's in it and what they need, it's going to be customized. So it'll be built as we go, and it's going to be offered, your place, your time, your needs, in your home or salon, on your schedule, for what you need to be successful. And I think that is the biggest part of the program, because I'm really committed to affordable education for nail techs being accessible to everyone. So the things you'll learn. we're going to start out with a crash course in marketing yourself, taking some things that you can learn the very first week and use it to start building your salon success. We're going to do hands-on e-file techniques and training, which seems kind of weird because we're going to be doing it by webinar, but it's going to be almost like a video workbook where you're going to feel like when you're doing that week's webinar that you are working with me sitting at the table with you. We're going to go over troubleshooting everything and anything you can think of that's going to cross the threshold of your salon door. What to do, how to handle it, how to handle crazy customers, how to handle just everything, how to handle nails that lift, nails that chip, nails that break, just everything, troubleshooting, and what kind of options you have. And then diseases and disorders and what to do about them. So I think that it's important that we recognize the diseases and disorders and we know how to handle it. And it's a part of that troubleshooting. And then once you have all of the information, you can decide what you want to do, what kind of protocols you want to follow, and what kind of steps and processes you want to do. And so again, anything and everything you need to make money in your profession, tailored to your specific group. We're going to start out with these things, and then we're going to build the class from there. So how is the course set up? So you're going to have access to a private Facebook group just for this series. This is the only time that I'm going to do this series in 2016. So in 2017, when it comes up again, it's going to be different people. So it'll be a different series. We'll start out in the same jumping off place, but then the webinar can take a very different turn depending on what that group of people needs. So access to a private Facebook group just for this series. So as soon as you register, I will add you to a private Facebook group that will be just this Salon Success Webinar Series. The webinar will be uploaded on Sunday to that Facebook group. And then you will have at least a couple of days to practice, do homework. We'll be doing questions and answers on the group. If there's something particularly difficult that everybody is having a problem with, we'll schedule a live Skype hangout or multiple Skype hangouts, depending on how many attendees we have, and to be able to really in real time live. And Skype's easy because you can access it from your device. So we will be able to really work with that a lot in depth one-on-one. The first webinar will be uploaded to the group on Sunday, July 3rd, and then every Sunday for 7 more weeks. So this is going to be an 8-week total course in salon success. And it's planned for summer, which I know is really busy for a lot of us. I guess it's winter down under, but which then that's holidays and other things too. So people are wanting to go somewhere warm. So it's planned though for right now because I didn't want to wait and put it off. It's planned for right now so that you can start applying what you're learning and start making more money right now, because that's what I'm all about. When you guys are as successful as you want to be, that's when I'm successful. So here's the pricing. It's $397 total for everything. And registration is going to close July 1st because I want the last couple of days to make sure we have everybody loaded into the Facebook group. If you look at everything you're getting at my hourly rate, that's over a $2,400 value if it was booked that way, but we're doing it as a group. So you get to benefit from that. So it's only $397. It includes a University of Nails membership for life. So as long as there's universityofnails.com, or even if there wasn't, I could send you access to all the videos on the platform. So, which is currently $10 per month. Who knows what it's going to end up being in the future as more content gets on there. And special offers for early registration that disappear as July gets closer. So let's talk about what you're all here for, right? Which is the special today only. Yay. So if you go to universityofnails.com and you click join now, and you enter the promo code EARLYBIRD, all in caps, you will save $100. Don't go there yet. It's not enabled yet. You have to wait a minute. As soon as this webinar is done, I will enable it, and then you will be able to register using your credit card or debit card. So it makes it only $297 instead of $397. So don't forget that included in that is the University of Nails membership forever. So you won't have the $10 monthly charge, and it starts at registration. So what that means is that even though our webinars don't start until July 3rd, you will actually have access to the University of Nails content right away. And so you can sort of get a jump start on what we're going to be learning and be able to use those tools in the Salon Success webinar. What you also get today only until midnight my time, so like 12 hours from now exactly, is you get 6 private 1-hour Skype sessions to perfect what you have learned in the class and continue on your journey. So 1 per month starting in September. And so it says registration is now open. Yay, but I have to get off my computer to my other computer to actually enable the registration for that early bird code. So when we're done here, I will pop over while you guys are typing in questions in your chat, which I haven't been able to see as of right now. And so I will go back and be able to look at that and turn my camera back on. And so we're going to do Q&A time about the series. So I'm going to pop over and enable that promo code right now. So while I'm doing that, if you guys want to type your questions into the Q&A, and then I can address those. So, and if you're still not sure, you can set up an appointment to talk to me by phone. So you just email uofnails@michellecortis.com, and I will be able to do that. So while you guys are typing, I am going to enable the early bird code. So you guys are going to be the first of the first. Isn't that exciting? So let's go here. Subscription plans, early bird, and it is now active. Yay. Okay. So it is now active. So if you go to the universityofnails.com and you click on join now, and you type in early bird all in caps, then you will have to save $100, and that is for 12 hours only. So let me get out of this gig and get back to Google Hangouts. Oh, that's weird. Stop screen sharing. That was crazy. See that? It goes on forever. Okay, here we are. So let's see if I can see any questions you guys have that. Okay. Good, you guys can. Let's see. Okay, we got the slideshow working. Okay, I'm not seeing any new questions. So let me know if you guys have any questions over here on this Q&A gig. Let's see. No, that's not what I want to do. Okay. Let me see if I open up this chat window, what that does. Nope, that doesn't do anything. All right, well, I'll go back to Q&A here. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and I will be happy to answer them for you. Part that I'm talking about now. Let's see. Don't see anything. Have any questions? Hang out for a few more minutes. And then, oh, sitting outside in your parents' patio in cottage country. That sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. Do you guys like what it was here? Let's see. What's this? No, we don't want that. No, we don't want that. Yeah, we don't want that. What is all of this good stuff? All right, well, I'll just go back to Q&A. Maybe you guys don't have any questions because maybe I covered it all. I feel like I should do this again so that it can be right. Cute hair. You're so funny. It started out cute. Okay. Well, then I guess that I am going to sign off out of here because it's been an hour and I'm not seeing questions. So make sure if you have more questions, you email me at youofnails@michellecordis.com and join me for Nails Over Coffee on Periscope at Nail Girl M Cordis Monday through Friday at 2 o'clock my time Pacific. So, all right, well, I am going to skedaddle out of here then and get this thing edited so that you guys can share it so I can get it posted on the University of Nails Facebook page so people can take advantage of these amazing specials I have for registration today. All right, guys.